This week on CWN, testing is next week.
And we have an update on our spring sports. I'm Kendall.
And I'm Jolie, and today is Saturday, April 30th, 2022. You are watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review.
You know, Jolie, next week is going to be crazy.
Very true. We have EOC and AP testing starting next week. I hope everyone is getting those study sessions in, getting ready.
Same here. Luckily, I don't think either of us have any tests, so that leaves us plenty of time to get the show on the road with prom. Calallen High School had their annual prom last Saturday. While there, some of our reporters managed to catch a few students attending and get their insight on that event. Let's take it over to our reporters for a recap on Calallen 22 prom.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and I'm at prom 2022. I'm here with Haley. So how do you feel walking into prom, this being your junior year? I know they haven't been able to have a proper prom in a while due to COVID. Can you tell me how you feel being here?
Well, it's been a different experience than I thought it was going to be, and honestly, I'm having a great time so far.
And what did you do for preparation beforehand?
So I had to get my dress and get it altered, and I had to get my nails, makeup done, and look at what jewelry I thought would fit best with it in order to make the whole thing come together.
So I'm here with Rue and Braden, and I know, Rue, this is your senior year. What does this mean to you, this being your prom?
Go out with a bang. It's our last one, so might as well make it fun.
And how do you feel about being at prom right now?
I'm very excited to see all my friends and just have a good time. One of our last good times of our senior year.
I'm Aiden Fernandez from Calallen TV, and I'm joined by Winnie and Tyler. So how are you guys enjoying prom right now?
I love it.
It's pretty neat. It's like the military ball, but with kids I actually know. I like it.
So you guys are looking pretty cool with the dress and the suit. Where do you guys get it from?
Mine's actually a hand-me-down from my oldest cousin.
I got mine from the mall in Corpus. I don't really go clothes shopping, so this is the first time I've ever worn nice clothes other than my uniform, so yeah.
All right.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Kendall. So we're at senior prom right now. How do you feel being here? I know they haven't been able to have a proper prom in the past years.
And last year, it was amazing. That was our year to throw prom, but that was in indoor, and so it was very different. And now we're back here again with senior prom, and I'm so glad it's normal, and we don't have to worry about anything crazy, and it's really, really nice to have this last huge thing.
Okay, well, thank you, Kendall. Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV. I'm at prom 2022. I am here with Ashlyn and Justin. Can you tell me how y'all feel about walking into prom tonight?
We're super excited. Prom means the year's about to end, so graduation.
And you, Justin?
Yeah, super excited. Senior prom, year's almost over, so just finishing out these last few weeks.
Okay, well, thank you. Now that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Jolie, prom was really fun. I know we went together and we had such a blast.
It was. The pictures, the food, everything beforehand, just the whole experience. Everyone looked beautiful. Everyone in that video. It was awesome. It was so much fun.
It really was.
Once again, it is time for the GP Student Report.
Jolie, I love actually watching those reports to see what they're doing.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting because I've never really heard, I know there are schools that do Calallen TV, their version of it, but I've been able to actually see what they're producing is really, really interesting.
It really is.
Let's check it out.
Good morning. My name is Enrique Rendon. Welcome to the GPTV Student Report. For 2 days, our aquatic science students got to go on a field trip to the Oso Bay Wetlands Preserve.
It was a ton of fun. We got to, go out and take some mud samples and check the pH levels in the water, do all sorts of tests like that.
Our culinary students recently prepared and served an Italian luncheon for the annual CTE banquet.
I believe the new responsibilities that we've received this year have got us a good foundation on a place to start at for next year's new culinary classes that are coming in.
Our GPHS Wildcat Band performed a fantastic showcase at this year's UIL concert and sight reading evaluations. Both the Wind Ensemble and the Symphonic Band received superior ratings from all 6 judges. This is the highest score an ensemble can be given at our contest.
I feel like marching season's way harder because it's hotter outside and everyone's kind of dehydrated and you need water and you're walking everywhere and you're marching.
Our journalism and speech teams competed at the UIL Region 4 academic meet. Christian Call was the pros champion. He and 2 other students will be representing GP at the state meet in May.
It gives us an opportunity to showcase our facilities, our site crew, and it also gives an opportunity to bring the community into GP as a whole.
And now on to sports. The results are in for the past track meet. more than 25 GP male and female students are advancing to region. Among the winners, Madeline Kosick repeated as triple jump champion and received first place in long jump.
Also winning was Madison Snowdy, who completed a GP sweep and pole vault at the meet.
I'm pretty proud. We have a really good team, and we all work very hard to get where we are.
That is all the Wildcat news we have this week. If you liked what you saw, you could check out these 2 QR codes, or go to the link below. Thanks for watching.
You know, going at that video, their track team, pole vault, they did amazing.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, they really are. And then their band, you know, they got all ones,
I know.
Our band, kind of the same.
Right there. No, we competed against them in pole vault whenever I did track last year, and it was phenomenal watching them go over the pole. I wasn't very good. I just did it to have something to do after school, so it was really neat watching them.
I definitely could not do that.
And finals begin next week for most students. This means AP tests are right around the corner. We interviewed Mr. Eason about his class's upcoming AP test and what all they have been doing to prepare. Here's Aiden for more.
I'm Aiden Fernandez from Calallen TV. I'm joined by Mr. Eason for computer science. So, Mr. Eason, what are the AP students doing?
So they're preparing for their AP test in my AP Computer Science Principles class. And part of that includes what's called a CREATE task. The CREATE task is a program that they write independently or potentially with a partner. And the idea is that from start to finish, they code out an entire program in whatever coding language they want to use. And it's supposed to just require like 6 specific things, and they can do it however they want. And the idea is to sort of synergize all of the concepts that they learned throughout the year, you know, the loops, the ifs, the algorithms and such, put all into one program and kind of display their coding knowledge, but also a lot of their own creativity.
So what are the rules in this?
So the rules, it just basically has to have input, output. It has to use a list or a collection of items in some way. And then it also has to have a procedure or method with an algorithm. So it's a lot of really good, creative, interesting projects coming out of this this portion of the class.
Sounds really cool and creative. All right, that's it from us. Now back to the studio.
And our other organizations and clubs are staying busy as the year approaches a close. Challenge Team had their finals on Thursday night. Emma got to catch up with some of the contestants to see how they did. Listen to them for more.
Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm here with
Antonio,
Paige,
and Cooper.
And today y'all had your final challenge game. How did y'all prepare for it?
Well, we had practices around 3 days a week where we would run through kind of practice tests. Then we also watch other teams play against each other in order to learn those questions too.
And since this is your senior year, is there anything you want to say to your sponsor before you leave?
Well, I have to start off by thanking Miss Day. She was the challenge coach when I was a sophomore, and she did a wonderful job preparing me for a junior and senior year of challenge. Also to Miss Geyer, who's been our challenge sponsor for the last 2 years. Mom, you did a great job. Thank you so much. You prepared us so well for the games, and we couldn't have asked for a better sponsor.
And if anyone wants to join Challenge Team, where should they go and who should they talk to?
So there's going to be 4 open spots because 4 of us are seniors this year. So early next year, they'll probably have some sort of tryouts. Miss Gyro will host them. So if you like trivia, go ahead and do that.
All right. Thank you all so much. And that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Now, unfortunately, our challenge team did lose to Flower Bluff, but they had a great season and a great running. I know a lot of those team members are seniors, so a great way to wrap up your senior year challenge team. Congratulations to them.
Definitely really is. You know, those questions, I wouldn't even get past the first round. So that would not be something for me.
It is very impressive. Another group remaining busy is the Ag team. The team left early Tuesday morning, and we managed to interview Mason and Nathan about the competition before they left. Let's go ahead and take it to Curtis with them for more.
Good morning, Wildcats. This is me, Curtis, and I'm here with Nathan Atkinson and Mason Warden. They're on their way to the state finals with livestock judging and home site. So can you tell me a little bit about, how you felt, putting in all that work, making it to this spot, and, just hearing your name called to go to state?
Yeah, so, both in the fall and now in the spring, home site and livestock, we practice as much as we're able to. We have good practices, we learn a lot, we pay attention, and luckily we were able to just translate that onto the Scantron pretty well. And, you asked about, hearing the name called, it can get pretty nerve-wracking, I guess, whenever you're there, and all these teams are hoping to get a state bid, and then you hear your team's name get called, and you get a banner, and so it's just a cool experience, and we're blessed to have, both of us going for 2 teams, so it's pretty exciting.
Definitely, definitely. And Mason, can you tell me a little bit about how y'all are gonna, go on from here? Going to state. What are you gonna do preparing for that?
So we're practicing in the mornings and then after school, and then we'll go to a few different places, look at hogs and cattle, and maybe some slopes on Sunday and Monday. So just a lot of practice and a lot of studying at home.
Definitely, definitely. And I know y'all weren't the only team making it for this chapter. Off the top of your head, can you name a couple other teams that are going to state with y'all?
Yeah, so us with livestock and home site, as well as ag sales, floriculture, and nursery landscape. So 5 CDE teams going to state, and we still have speaking events coming up here pretty soon. So it was definitely a good, productive year here in the ag building, and a good way to wrap up our high school chapter.
Definitely, definitely. Well, congratulations to y'all and everybody else, all the other teams that made it. It's a big deal, and I just wish y'all the best. School's behind you, of course, as always. So just go out there and do your thing. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
And our advisor, Coach Lamb, was gone for most of the week, attending the National Association of Broadcasters Conference in Las Vegas. He has a recap for us on the trip. Let's check it out.
This past week, the National Association of Broadcasting Convention was held in Las Vegas at the World Trade Center. Everyone from television, radio, film, even satellite companies were present at this convention. Our very own Coach Lamb, Calallen TV advisor, was invited to attend. Let's hear about his experience.
Well, thank you, Julie. It was really neat to go out to the NAB again. Last time I went was a few years ago, pre-COVID, where the convention was the largest convention I've seen ever. It was just amazing. So you can imagine who's all there. With all the media that is covered, anything to do with media, you'll have access to, from cameras to software to internet exchanges, satellite, you name it, it's there. Great convention to go to if you're small time or big time. All the media people will be found there. So it's a really neat show, and I'm glad that people were able to go there this year and be face to face without any restrictions.
And I do know that you flew to Nevada. What technology was offered as means of transportation or anything like that?
Well, the standard means, besides flying there, of course, once you're there, you could take a charter bus from your hotel to the convention center if you registered, with a convention as far as the hotel goes. Then, of course, there's a standard mode of taxi. Uber is really big, and Lyft was big there. But when you're at the convention, it is such a huge convention, and we're talking 4.6 million square feet of space for any of your convention needs and equipment. So they have come up with a really neat thing as far as Elon Musk and his boring company. They bored tunnels underneath the convention to get you over to the newly built $1 billion expansion on the West Hall. And you got to go underground in a Tesla car back and forth, so that part was really neat.
And as far as the actual broadcasting, what technology really stood out to you that you would hope to implement in programs in the future?
Well, not so much the technology, because we're limited on a budget. So they had really incredible stuff. Most of it's all tending to go to IP or streaming devices. They predicted that a few years back, where standard television would go downhill some and the streaming world would explode, which it did with Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime and all the other industries out there like Disney Plus. So those things are there. I can't control that. Our technology department has done a great job in providing enough bandwidth for us to produce and stream to YouTube, so it's great there. A lot of things I see are the economical means for producing film, the cameras, the equipment, the software such as the Adobe Premiere package, as well as the Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve, which is a free package for post engineers. So really neat things there. The green screen we talked about in class, just amazing technologies with all the tracking the cameras can do. So, I'm looking at just the little things that we could probably afford, in the few K range that our education foundation could usually provide. Other than that, most of those means are out of our touch, but I did pick up a lot of ideas that we could fix what we are currently doing.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a great way to expand the program with what means we have. Students in the coming years will have much to look forward to as our program goes. Thank you so much for your time. Let's send it back to the anchors.
One of those things that stood out in that video was the boring tusk tunnels. That was amazing. I would love to do that riding in that Tesla car, to pass through everything. That was really cool.
Just on top of Vegas is so cool. Imagine being
underneath.
No, and then the technology, learning all about the different technology, the different ways you can produce a show, and the different ways you can produce a broadcasting team is so cool. It's so interesting. I know their green screen looked awesome.
Yeah.
So Coach Lamb, maybe we can get some of that for us. Now let's take it to Aaron with a rundown on sports.
Thank you, Jolie, and good morning, Wildcats. Our track team competed yesterday, and they're competing today as well at the Texas A&M University at Corpus Christi. We spoke to Coach Acosta and Coach Chris about this meet and their feelings about it.
I'm Aiden Fernandez from Calallen TV, and I'm joined by Coach Acosta from the boys track team. So what did you guys do out there?
We performed. We competed in the area track meet yesterday in Alice, and we had a few guys get out. We had Sean Wolf advance to regional in the hurdles, and I believe Luke Medina in the long jump in the 100. I believe. The kids competed hard. Guys competed hard. It's just a springboard for the upcoming year. But we're proud of the kids. They competed hard, like I said, and we're looking for big things in the future.
How many tracks do they still have to go through?
Those that advance to regional, if they can, they'll take the top 2 to state, and if they can get in the top 2, they'll advance to the state track meet. So regional's a big track meet coming up next Friday in Kingsville. The girls, they performed well. The girls did an awesome job as well. The entire track team did a real good job, and we got some girls out, several girls out, advancing to regional, and we're real proud of them, and we're looking for big things. But that's really about all that's going on.
We had the area track meet in Alice, and the girls really performed well. There were 15 of us competing on the girls' side, and we scored 144 points. We ended up in second place. We fell a little bit short to La Feria, who had a squad about twice our size. So it went really well. The girls really performed well.
And I know now, after area, y'all are preparing for, regionals. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
Yes, we're very excited. Just can't be proud enough of these girls. They've worked really hard through COVID. We've got girls coming from soccer. We've got girls coming from basketball, from softball, juggling all this stuff. And then I've got the core group of girls that have been there for several years, and just every year, every meet just continued to get better and better. And so I'm very excited about, we've got 12 girls that advanced to the regional track meet. That'll happen next Friday and Saturday in Kingsville.
Okay, well, good luck. Now that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
We will have those results for you next week. This past Tuesday, our baseball team competed across the tracks to play the Warriors of Solosa Midway. After a game full of big hits and incredible plays, the Wildcats came up on top to earn the title of district champions. Maddie spoke to Nate and Tarek. Let's hear from them now.
Hi, it's Maddie with Calallen TV, and I'm here with Nate. So y'all had a game against TM last night, and I know you closed the game out. Can you tell me how you feel about that?
Yeah, it's just always a good feeling closing the game for Justin and Roberto. Giving them that W on their stats and giving me the save in the books.
And what are y'all going to take from district into the playoffs?
Probably just all the hard work and practice, and just all the hard fight from those games, and just putting in all that hard work at practice.
And I'm here with Tarek. So y'all had a game last night against TM. Can you tell me how that went for y'all?
I think the game started off slow, but we ended up picking it up and ended up coming out with the dub.
And I know you got a home run. Can you tell me how that turned the game around?
Yeah, it was 3-0 them, and we had 2 people on base, so I was just trying to bring them in, and it ended up with that, so that's what happened.
All right, thank you. Now that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
And congrats to our baseball team for winning district, and congrats to Mr. Spensel. Last week he threw a perfect game, which was just nothing shy of amazing. Our Lady Cats softball team played versus Hidalgo last night. Our Lady Cats played a stellar game where they fired on all cylinders. We will have more for softball next week. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Well, thank you very much, Aaron. That recap on spring sports. I feel like we haven't really had much in detail about it. And, boys and girls track, they did pretty well. So that was interesting.
Yeah, and our baseball and softball, both being district champs, softball co-district champs. Congratulations to our spring sports and everything they're accomplishing.
Absolutely.
Now here's Evan with today's weather forecast. What's in store for us today?
Thank you, Jolie. Now let's get to the weather. Today's weather forecast is brought to you by Sonic, America's favorite drive-in. Right now, weather is looking in the low 80s with a no chance of rain, but winds up to 14 miles per hour from the south and southeast. At around noon, weather will be around the high 80s with a low chance of rain with winds up to 14 miles per hour from the south and southeast like before. And this afternoon weather will rise to about the high 80s to low 90s with no chance of rain with winds up to 16 miles per hour from the southeast. And tonight about 8 p.m. weather will drop to low 80s with 4% chance of rain, which is pretty much nothing. And winds up to 17 miles per hour from the southeast. Today is looking pretty partly cloudy, nothing too exciting. For the next 2 days, it will be humid and windy, so be careful on the roads. Sunday's looking around the high 80s with low chance of rain, winds up to 19 miles per hour from the southeast. And Monday is also looking very windy, with weather up to 87 degrees, with low chance of rain with winds up to 21 miles per hour from the south and southeast. And the seniors only have 20 days until graduation, so can't wait. Back to the acres.
Well, thank you very much, Evan. You know, I'm glad it's not going to be raining. That's nice.
And those wind speeds, a nice little refresher today before they pick up again. Prom was windy as can be.
Was it really? I didn't go.
Oh, yeah, no, it was crazy.
It was insane.
Hair went down. It did. And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So, guys, what do you call someone who has carrot fingers?
I don't know, Jolie, what?
You call them a doctor. Seriously, though, can you not be healthy?
And for all of you social people out there, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all of the latest updates. You can also subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always, stay classy, Calallen.